everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to make my coat rack that I've been dying to make for like the past 3 years. So first of all we need to do some measurements. I'm going to do it on, it's going to be on this wall here. So I'm thinking I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to get rid of that. Actually I could paint that, but that's actually really nice. I don't know if I should paint it. No, I'll leave it. Anyway, so I'm thinking like a shoe rack here, or storage, or somewhere you can sit, and then coat rack at the top. Now, I've got my stud finder because I actually don't know where's any studs here. So I need to measure, well, find the studs and then measure how big I want my coat rack. Now, if I want it to be, I'm hoping there's some studs here. Oh, there's one. I'm gonna mark the wall just so I know. It's good to hold it at least. Depending on how big it is, I might need to drill into it 4 times just to be sturdy, but it might be okay. Depending on what I'm gonna do, I just wanna see how much leeway I've got. Okay, I'll assume it's gonna be this way. $1370 is 1370 mil. Good, that's a good size. Found my piece of wood, I'm gonna use this. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna cut it. So we're gonna have the back piece where, let me just get them. The back piece where my coat hooks are gonna be, like this. And then this top bit will be cut, do a straight cut, and then join it like that so it has like a little ledge. I'm going to attempt the cut, and I think I've got a crack here, so I'm going to run with the crack. Start it there. Okay, see, I didn't actually measure this piece yet. Woo! 1355. Perfect length. The width is fine, doesn't really matter how deep that is. But I'm thinking, where's my top? I kind of like this bit. I think we should leave this natural edge to be looked at straight on. So this can be the base and this will be the top. I'm definitely going to cut on the crack, only because if we're putting weight, say I cut it here and then I put weight on it, I'm worried that eventually that's just going to, so cut on the crack. Guys, I don't care if you think this is going to be a crappy piece. It probably is. I'm just here, like I'm not a professional. I'm just here to let people know or show people that it's possible to do at home. Stuff by yourself, you can do it. Because I don't have a track saw yet, which I will get at some point, I'm just going to clamp it to this table. Okay. So I'm going to try and get a straight cut. It won't be straight because then I'll just run it through either the table saw or whatever just to get that perfect edge. Oh. Yes! You know what? That was really straight actually. I'm very proud of myself. Well, it's not great, but we will run it through. Make it extra straight. This is essentially what it's going to look like. I don't know if I'm going to cut a 45-degree angle because then I'm just losing space for where I put my hooks. So I think I'm really just going to drill it down, drill it in using my drills, obviously, my drill bits. But yeah, that's good. I think I just need to clean it up a bit. I'm going to sand the edges, sand everything, get everything prepared, and then I can beep, beep, put it together. But obviously I'll sand all of this first separately because it'll be easier to finish it rather than putting it together and then trying to finish it. Okay, we're good. I've decided I'm going to run it through the jointer. Oh, just to make it a bit flatter edge. Flatter. Let's turn it on first. don't like feeling dusty. Like this. Rustic live edge. Honestly, now I can just start sanding it up. Won't fit it together yet, but I'll just start sanding and finishing. Get these edges nice. Don't want them sharp, no splinters. Keep the live edge look. Yeah, let's get to it. Okay, we need some sanding pads. P60, fine. I don't think I want anything less than P16. It's just 60 grit. 120, that's fine. And then, well, I forgot, 150, 100. All right, I'm gonna start with 60. We'll do the other side too, just because it's not very straight. Lovely. Right, let's start sanding. We'll have to match up the bits that I've cut with the other piece because it's not going to be straight. Got a bit of a chip here now. Don't think it's going to be a problem, but I am going to put some wood glue in it and then just clamp it for the night and then just sand that in the morning. But yeah, I just think eventually that's probably going to, I don't know, maybe rip out. I'm not doing the glue for aesthetic purposes. I actually like cracks in wood. I think it looks really pretty because you can fill it with, you know, epoxy resin or something, but in this case, we're just going to keep it all the wood colour. Alrighty, and also that's just going to help it in the future. Okay, nice. I've seen a trick where if you have some sort of vacuum, which my vacuum is plugged onto the table saw, but if you have some sort of vacuum, then you can suck it from underneath and it pulls the glue through, so it actually seeps into the wood. But in my case, I don't have one. You probably don't have to do this, but I'm just doing it. Only because when you're going to sand it, it's going to be the same colour as the wood. Although glue dry is pretty clear, but I just like to fill it with the sawdust anyway. That'll do. I'll leave that to dry and yeah, come back to it tomorrow. It is another day. Let's check out if it's dried properly, which I'm sure it has. Lovely, I'll just sand that. I think I'm on 60 grit. So now I'll work my way up to, what have I got again? 150. I don't think I've got 220, 120. I'll do 120, then 150. Let's get to it. Dust mask on, although this is just a normal mask. I've got one coming. Glasses on. Oh, I hate these things. Okay, we're good. Sanding is done. I'm just going over with a damp cloth towel to get all the dust off the wood from sanding. my best to get the saw marks out of the wood. It would have been better if I had a planer, because then you just run it through and it will smooth it out. But I only had my belt sander, which I didn't really want to use because I feel like you can accidentally divot, pivot, divot into the wood, make a mark into the wood. This is the back side of the piece anyway, you can see here, saw mark, but I'm thinking, because it's the back, I'm not gonna see it. It is for me, I'm not that bothered. I've done the front, there's no saw marks on that. If I was selling it, then realistically I would, you know, get all the marks out, but I'm not, so we'll leave it. So I do want to get it oiled, let that dry because that could take 6 to 12 hours, and then attempt to put this beauty together. But then I've got to figure out how I'm going to join it. I've got my Craig jig. This might do the job. This is strong as well. So we're just got to figure that out. But I'm gonna get it oiled, and then yeah. I was worried about the colour. I didn't want it to be too light, but obviously not too dark. But this is perfect. It's coming up really nice. You can go with loads of different things. You can do a beeswax or any sort of wax. Oil. You can stain it if you wanted it to be a bit darker, but I just wanted to go with this kind of lighter option. But this is a good Scandinavian oil, so this is perfect for the job. And then you can go over it with beeswax afterwards to kind of get that rustic feel if you want. So what I was initially thinking came true, and the pocket holes, yeah, that's not strong enough. I'm gonna have to drill from the top. I have to drill from the top, and then I'm just gonna have to dowel it. I suppose you're not gonna see the top, and the thing is I don't have, could have made it strong with like a biscuit jointer, but I'm just gonna drill some holes, put some good screws in. The Craig jig screws, I've always had trouble with these. They do snap really easily, and I've always thought that, and now thinking back to when I did furniture, I actually bought better square head screws, so in the future, before I use the Craig jig again, I'm gonna get better screws. Forgot about that, you're not very good. It is completed. I did the dowels, screwed from the top. I could only find eucalyptus dowels, which is a hardwood. Because it's for me, I'm not so bothered about this, but if it was for somebody else, then I'll make sure that the wood is the same. Put all the hooks on, lovely. Now I'm just gonna figure out how to mount it onto the wall. I've just marked where I'm going to put it on the wall, so I've made sure that it's level. I had to get a bit of help because I couldn't really do it by myself, but it's up, and I'm scared to pull it. Let's test it. I mean, coats aren't that heavy anyway. Woo! Ta-da! And then I'm gonna make a boot rack, because this won't be here, a boot storage, and then wood to match. So, well, that's everything for today. I got it all finished. I did buy some epoxy resin. I would like to make myself a desk for my stream room. So we can either do that, but I also have to do the boot box. So Not sure yet, but you'll see next time. Thanks for watching. Thank you always for your support. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time for more. Love you, bye.